Most recovery residence inspection checklist failures come down to one assumption: that you can clean it up later. Cleaning it up later is the fastest way to fail. The model that works is continuous readiness. Inspection readiness is rarely about one dramatic issue. It is about whether you can show the residence is safe, documented, and run consistently. In this checklist, physical plant and safety, resident files, staff readiness, and the recurring internal checks that keep you ready between visits. What does continuous readiness mean in practice? It means the residence is safe, documented, and run consistently. Not a scramble before an outside visit. Standards you maintain and can demonstrate at any time. Here is what is at stake. If the house feels improvised, everything else becomes harder to defend in front of inspectors and referral partners. And when records live in fragmented tools, producing organized resident documentation on demand gets harder still. This is why many operators move away from fragmented tools. Behave Health's recovery residence software is designed to centralize bed, resident, and compliance workflows in one place. And when bed turnover is the pressure point, a bed availability widget supports your housing operations process. Inspection readiness comes down to 3 areas: the physical plant, resident files, and staff and operations. Let's walk through each one. Area 1. Physical plant and safety. The basics inspectors and referral partners notice immediately. Working smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, and fire extinguishers placed and inspected appropriately. Clear exits, posted emergency procedures, and safe medication storage where applicable. Clean kitchens, bathrooms, and sleeping areas, plus working locks, lighting, and prompt hazard correction. Area 2. Resident files. You should be able to produce organized documentation on request. Intake and admission records, plus signed house rule acknowledgments. Resident rights and grievance materials, and payment or fee documentation where applicable. Notes on warnings, behavioral plans, and discharge decisions, and referral or outside service coordination records when relevant. Area 3. Staff and operations. Inspectors and funders often care less about polished language than whether staff can explain the workflow. Be ready to show who is responsible for admissions, incidents, and escalation. How house rules are communicated, how concerns are documented, and what happens after a relapse, violence, or a medical event. And which staff trainings are current. Review these 6 areas on a schedule, not just before an outside visit. A safety walkthrough and a file completeness check. An incident log review and a training status review. An occupancy and bed status review, and policy updates with a resident acknowledgement workflow. A recovery residence inspection checklist is useful only if it reflects daily operations. The right question is not, can we pass an inspection next month? It is, can we show today that the home is being run the way we say it is? Stop counting on a last-minute cleanup. See how recovery residence software centralizes bed, resident, and compliance workflows. Book a 20-minute demo at behavehealth.com. Book a 20-minute demo at behavehealth.com.